You ever watch someone walk into a situation totally unprepared, think they know what's coming, and then realize they had absolutely no idea? Yep. Well, that was me at my first duty station, not because I was dumb, not because I didn't care, but because nobody ever actually told me what really mattered. And if you're at your first duty station right now or getting ready to PCS soon, you're about to get the real talk. The things I wish somebody had set me down and explained before I showed up. This is exactly what I wish I knew earlier. Well, first impressions last longer than you think. When you arrive at your first duty station, most people treat it like a temporary stop. You're excited, you're nervous, you're ready to make friends, you're ready to prove yourself. But what most people don't realize is this: how you start sets the trajectory for how you serve. The habits you build in those early days, the choices you make about money, the people you let influence you, the way you treat your time, all of it starts right here. Most of us think, I'll figure it out later. I got all this time. But time isn't something you get more of. It's something you lose. And once it's gone, you can't get it back. Now, rank doesn't mean you're winning. I'm going to point something out to you. Here's something I wish I understood instantly. Just because someone outranks you, just because someone looks like they've got it together, just because someone sounds confident, doesn't mean they're winning in life. Respect the rank if you don't even have to respect a person. Remember that. In the military, rank is a system, but status doesn't equal wisdom. Rank doesn't mean they manage money well. It doesn't mean they have good habits. It doesn't mean they're successful long term. And if you copy the habits of people who only look successful, you're copying the wrong blueprint, folks. You absolutely are. Then you should understand that your pay is bigger than you think and smaller than you assume. Nobody ever walked me through my LES. Nobody did. Certainly not really getting down into the nitty gritty. I saw numbers, I saw dollars, I saw a deposit, that landed in my account, but I never really understood what portions were taxable, what portions disappeared at PCS, what vanished when you take leave without pay, what changed when your duty station changed, and what benefits you were actually losing or gaining for that matter. So I spent like I owed all this money, and in reality, I really didn't. Years later, I learned that your LES is just a picture. It's not the whole story. It's not your financial reality. Understanding your pay early gives you power most people actually just never develop. Then there's something called lifestyle creep, and it's actually kind of sneaky. Let's talk about something someone should have warned me about. I wish they did. Again, that's lifestyle creep. You start with a reasonable car, a basic phone, you eat out a couple times a week, you take the occasional weekend trip. None of this feels dangerous at first, but those small upgrades tend to add up. Your income increases, what do you want to do? So your expenses increase. And suddenly you're not saving, you're not investing, you're reacting instead of building. Lifestyle creep isn't a storm, it's a drift. And most people don't notice it until it's already carried them away. Then there's the issue of your circle shapes your future more than your rank. Now, here's the hard truth, folks. The people you surround yourself with when you're young in your career, they'll influence your habits more than training ever will. If your circle talks about how broke they are, guess what? Or how unfair everything is, guess what? How the system is against them, that becomes your mindset, whether you like it or not. But if your circle elevates you, talks strategy, talks progress, talks faith in the Most High, plans for the future, that becomes your mindset. Now, Beware, not all mentorship is helpful. Not all advice is worth following. Choose your circle like your career depends on it. But you know what? It does. Then there is the issue of long-term thinking beats short-term comfort. All right? When you're at your first duty station, everything feels temporary. You hear, I'll start saving after my next promotion. I'll handle retirement when I'm older. I'll get serious about, go ahead and insert whatever it is later. Here's what I learned too late. Later comes faster than you think. Every year you delay your savings, your investing, your planning, learning benefits. You're giving away time, the one advantage you can never get back. Time plus discipline is greater than time plus luck. Remember that. Then you should understand that the military is a multiplier. This is something nobody on the outside understands. The military doesn't create habits, folks. It multiplies them. If you're disciplined, you'll succeed quickly. You build wealth slowly. You earn respect gradually. If you're careless, you'll fail slowly. You overspend. You fall behind without realizing it. Your first duty station starts the multiplier effect. It doesn't define you, but it amplifies what's already inside you. Then you should understand that you don't need to know everything. You just enough to ask better questions. Now, here's a mindset shift I wish someone had given me. You don't have to be an expert. You just have to know enough to ask better questions. What do I mean by that? Ask, what benefits matter most? What mistakes are common? What choices are irreversible? Because there are some. What decisions affect my future most? The people who win long term don't necessarily know more. They just learn sooner. So, a reality check before you go. If you are at your first duty station right now, you are not behind. You're not late. You're not failing. In fact, you're early. Early is where winners get ahead. Small adjustments today, right now, beats massive corrections later. Late fixes are painful. Early moves are powerful. Now let's wrap this up with clarity. Your first duty station isn't just a place you're stationed. It's the foundation for your financial habits, your professional reputation, your network, your mindset, your future opportunities. If you want better results in life, build better habits now. Understand your income. Manage your money. Choose your influences. Think long term. And most importantly, don't let your first duty station be something you survived. Make it something that prepared you. If you found this useful, drop a comment below and share what you wish someone had told you at your first duty station. Subscribe for more real, practical guidance on building a strong career and not just surviving service, but owning your journey. This is the Adjutant, and I'll see you in the next one. Shalom.